Gardeners use mulch for a variety of reasons in the landscape, and chief among these are aesthetics. A mulched garden simply looks tidier and better kept, but mulch also provides a number of services to the landscape. One of these services includes managing pests, and one of our biggest pests in the garden are weeds. A layer of mulch will smother any small seedlings that are underneath. It also prevents the light from reaching the soil and therefore limits germination. And then finally, airborne seeds that float through the air can't find soil to land on and set their roots. Another pest that mulch helps battle is plant diseases, especially those that are soil-borne. When rain or irrigation water falls on bare soil, some of those pathogens can bounce up onto our foliage, but a layer of mulch helps prevent that. In the same way, it can help keep fruits like strawberries or tomatoes clean by preventing mud from splashing up on the fruits. Mulch protects soils from compaction due to heavy rains or foot traffic. It also reduces erosion due to wind or rain. Now, many of the effects of mulch benefit plants. Mulch protects the soil and insulates it, regulating the temperature. So in the summer, soils with mulch are going to be a little bit cooler, and in the winter, a little warmer. This mulch layer also helps conserve moisture in the soil and reduces evaporation due to radiant heat from the sun, as well as desiccating winds. Another benefit of mulch is around our trees and shrubs in a lawn area. It helps protect those against damage to the trunks and surface roots from mowing equipment and weed eaters. Mulch also provides a home for a variety of beneficial organisms, including earthworms, insects, spiders, and centipedes. These animals tend to hide out under the mulch during the day, where it's cool and protected, and then they become active at night, where they can feed on their prey items. If you push away the mulch or lift up a rock in your garden, you're likely to find a wide variety of these insects scurrying about. Now, most commonly we find ground beetles. This is a group of beetle called carabid. There's hundreds of them, and they're noticed by their shiny, either dark brown or black wing coverings called elytra. And they feed on a variety of insects, including caterpillars, maggots, other beetles, and they also feed on snails. Another common beetle is the rove beetle or staphylinid, and these insects can be easily recognized by their slender body and also their shortened wings. Those hardened wings only cover half of the abdomen. They feed on small insects, mites, insect eggs, and also snails. And when you disturb them, they're likely to curl up their abdomen. Many spiders also take cover in our garden mulches. While spiders aren't everybody's favorite creature, they are a great benefit to the garden. They feed on a variety of insects. Another less than loved creature is the centipede, again a generalist predator like our spiders, who will often find under rocks and mulch in the landscape. Now, mulches can be broken down into two main categories, organic and inorganic, and we have a little display of these in our IPM garden. Organic mulches are derived from natural materials such as plants or stone, and these decompose over time, adding nutrients back into the soil, and also, more important, organic matter will be added into the soil as they break down. Now, one of the most commonly used mulches is a simple bark mulch. This one is cedar, and it has a beautiful light color to it. Another common wood mulch is pine, which is a little bit darker. Next, I have straw, and this is not as commonly used in an ornamental setting, but we use it in the vegetable garden, where it can help reduce that splashing of soil-borne diseases, but it also shelters a wide variety of beneficial insects. If you poke around under there, you're sure to find many different creatures. Here we have cottonseed hulls, and this is a great mulch for moisture retention. It really holds the water in well. Sometimes you'll find a little cotton seed that was still in there will germinate, and you'll have a small plant, but they're very easy to weed out. And I really think it's a great benefit for those dry spaces, areas in your garden that tend to dry out quickly. Our last organic mulch is a stone mulch, and this is a little bit different from the other organic mulches because it doesn't break down quickly. So it's not going to be contributing organic matter or nutrients back into your soil. But that's one of the reasons people use it, because it doesn't break down quickly and you don't have to replenish it as often as the others. It's not as friendly a home for insects. You will find some using this as a shelter, and some, depending on the color of the stone, they can be rather hot. So you want to be careful in your selection and use of stone mulch. My last mulch is an inorganic mulch, and inorganic mulches include plastics or foils. Now these mulches tend to be again used in a vegetable garden, and some research shows that different colored plastics either attract or deter different types of insects, either pests or beneficial insects. Some of the things to consider when you're using a plastic mulch, usually we use these and cut out a space for our plants, but we want to make sure when we water that we're getting the water underneath there so that it will stay in the soil. The plastic's great at soil moisture retention, but you want to make sure that you get the moisture to the plants. Another benefit of particularly the black plastic is that it warms soils up quickly in the springtime, so you can plant a little bit earlier, especially those warm season crops. Well, I would encourage gardeners to experiment with different types of mulches in the landscape and see what works best in your unique environment. And also dig around underneath them to see what creatures might be living there.